Hi, it's Paul here from Transport Vlog, and this morning I am at Circular Quay, and what I'm going to do is hopefully get a ride on one of the new refurbished First Fleet ferries. So there's 3 that have been refurbished that are now back in service, and so what I'm going to do is see if I can jump on one, show you what they look like from the inside, and talk about all the things that have been done to really extend these life of these ferries by probably another 10 years or so. So sit back, relax and enjoy. So I'm going to do this in the style of one of those property makeover programs such as Selling Houses Australia, where they show you the old look and then the new look. So this is the front of the top deck of a non-refurbished ferry. You can see the ferry passenger information display right in the middle with the fire extinguisher below. So on the refurbished ferry, the passenger information monitors move to the left. And in the middle you can see a new air conditioning unit. So the refurbished ferries are air conditioned, making them cooler and quieter. The old red seats are replaced with brand new seats that look like this. So very similar to the seats on the Emerald ferries. They are noticeably quieter inside with the air conditioning. The crew entrance to the bridge at the top of the stairs has been moved. It's no longer here. And instead it's been moved to the other side. And here you can see the steps up to the bridge there. Now I wonder why they moved it to the other side. I wonder if this was anything to do with COVID, so that the crew have an entrance which is further away from other passengers. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Installing air conditioning meant replacing the windows, as you can see here. They're also slightly tinted. The ceiling and PA system has been replaced, as you can see here. The stairs look very different now, much more modern and inviting. So now on the front of the lower deck, notice the change to the floor and also to the ceiling and the fluorescent lights. So the ceiling is quite different. The fluorescent lights have been replaced by spotlights and the floor is now laminated. The front of the lower deck is also the same as the upper deck, with the passenger information monitor moved to the left side and replaced by an air conditioning unit.
This ferry is a F7 service to Double Bay.
Still on the lower deck, now looking back towards the stairs. Here you get a really good view of the new laminated floor. Now at the back of the lower deck, looking towards the toilets. Now the First Fleet ferries have 2 toilets. This is a smaller toilet that's on the right hand side. On the non-refurbished ferries they look pretty gross, to be honest. Big improvement on the refurbished ferries, as you can see here. And this is the larger and more accessible toilet on the left side. So the old toilet again doesn't look too great. And here's the new one. They've actually moved the toilet to the opposite side, so it's now on the window side. And you can see it looks so much nicer. So here is a 360 view of the top deck. Notice the spotlights here that have replaced the old fluorescent lights.
The next stop is Double Bay.
Also the laminated floor here as well, and the new ceiling. I noticed that most of the windows cannot be opened now. There's a few that can for emergencies if there's a problem with the air conditioning. And here is a 360 style view of the lower deck. So starting at the back. You'll notice that there are a few seats, not very many, that actually face backwards, including the ones here. Except for a lick of paint, not much has changed on the outside. However, you can notice the tinted windows much more from the outside than the inside. The outdoor seats remain the same.
And avoid close contact with transport staff and other passengers.
If you look very closely, you can see the air conditioning units on the top of the ferry. And they're easier to see on this ferry here on Golden Grove. Now the refurbished ferries have new engines and gearboxes, and they do sound quite different. They have much more of a sort of gutsy, grunty sound about them, and they sound louder as well. By way of comparison, listen to Scarborough. Scarborough hasn't been refurbished as yet. Also, the whining sound that these ferries tend to make when they're coasting is much more obvious on the non-refurbished ferries. The sound is still there on the refurbished ones, but it's a lot quieter. Have you noticed the difference, and do you know why this might be the case? If you do, leave a comment below. Also, by way of comparison, notice the sound of the engines on this newer and larger Emerald ferry. Although the new engines sound quite different from the outside with the gutsy, more grunty sound, when you're on the ferry you can't really tell the difference, or can you? Let me know in the comments below.
This stop is Darling Point.
These ferries are being refurbished at Burden's shipyard in Port Macquarie, and by the end of January 2021 4 ferries have been refurbished. That includes Golden Grove that you can see here, Sirius, Borrowdale and Fishburn. All the other non-refurbished fleet ferries are in service as normal except for Friendship, which is nowhere to be seen. I'm guessing it's all alone, but hopefully up at Port Macquarie getting refurbished, so I think that's going to be the next one. So this is my tour of one of the newly refurbished First Fleet Ferries. Let me know what you think. I think they've done a great job. If you've been on one of the Emerald ferries, you'll notice that the seating and quite a lot of the things they've done here are very similar, so they modelled it on that. But I think they've done an amazing job. The first time I got on one of these, I thought I was actually on an Emerald ferry, so there you go. So that shows how well they've done it. So if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and do leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of these new ferries. Do you think this is going to allow them to continue for another decade or so? And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and click the bell notification as well. That way you'll always be notified whenever I release new videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Double Bay.